Hello, everyone. I am Nathaniel Wright, a Hume scholar, and I am a junior majoring in aerospace engineering and mathematics. I'm here to present on my work for the Virginia Small Sat Data Consortium, or VSDC project, where I've been working on the development of the Fire Susceptibility Index. Thank you, everyone, for taking your time to watch my presentation. The Virginia Data Cube is an open-source geospatial data management and analysis software project jointly developed by Virginia Tech and Old Dominion University. It is intended to function as an open-source repository and analysis tool for geospatial data. The Fire Susceptibility Index, or FSI, is designed to be one of the first use cases for the data cube. Geospatial data is available in two formats, as rasters or as vectors. Vectors are data in terms of lines or shapes, and state boundaries are a good example of this data type. On the other hand, rasters contain cells or pixels that contain a data value. The FSI was developed by Susceptibility and others, and initially implemented in Georgia. It models the amount of fire risk based on the energy required to bring a fuel to the ignition point. This energy is based on two factors, fuel moisture content, or FMC, and the fuel temperature, which can be approximated by the surface temperature. Susceptibility and others showed that FMC is correlated with the normalized difference vegetation index divided by surface temperature, or NDVI divided by ST. The NDVI is a product of remote sensing data, specifically the light reflectance bands, the near-infrared band, and the red band. Fires in the wildland-urban interface, or WI, are the greatest source of damage to human life and property, but current models are not well suited for the finer spatial resolutions the WI requires. Unrelated demonstrated that the FSI can be applied at these finer spatial resolutions to target the WI. The gap in the current wildfire risk models is the target application area of the FSI, which offers a method to use remote sensing data to analyze fires at a finer scale. The goals of this research project include developing both Virginia Data Cube and developing the FSI for application in Virginia. The focus over the past semester has been an attempt to tune the FSI for Virginia and validate our algorithms. This block diagram shows a rough sketch of the FSI algorithm. Live data is shown in green, which will eventually be used to predict fire risk in real time. The National Land Cover Database, or NLCD, allows for the masking of urban areas, water, and other non-applicable areas, which gives erroneous values as a result of their light reflectance. The weather data is used to compute fuel moisture content through equations published by the National Fire Danger Rating System. The tuning of the FSI, which is the most important step, correlates remote sensing data with the fuel moisture content values to allow prediction of fuel moisture content through remote sensing. The image on the upper right demonstrates raster data, where each value in a 2D array is projected onto the surface of the Earth. These data displayed here are NDVI divided by ST, which is correlated with fuel moisture content in the FSI tuning process. In previous work with the FSI, uncorrelated NDVI divided by ST with physical fuel moisture content samples collected and stored in the National Fuel Moisture Database for Idaho. In Virginia, the FMC data was not extensive enough to complete a regression analysis at a small scale. Another solution was implemented by using weather data to calculate fuel moisture content based on the National Fire Danger Rating System equations. Montgomery County was chosen to be a testing area for correlating NDVI divided by ST to FMC at a small scale. The locations of weather stations to gather the required weather data is shown on the bottom right. Other steps, such as validating the weather data, was completed throughout this process. The attempted regression analysis using the calculated fuel moisture content data is shown on the bottom left. As is obvious from the lack of a trend, with the correct trend shown in the figures on the bottom center and right, the regression model did not converge. One of the reasons for this is due to the complications of estimating fuel moisture content in a closed canopy forest, such as the ones in Montgomery County, and in general throughout the Appalachian Mountains. Due to the additional complexity, the fuel moisture content does not appear to be correctly predicted by the National Fire Danger Rating System fuel moisture content equations. To confirm the additional complexity of Virginia fuel moisture content, a regression analysis of Idaho was performed using the tuning algorithm that was developed for this project. The results of that regression analysis are at the bottom right. These results were compared with UNRWA's results in the center and found to be extremely similar, and any differences are explained by the updates in the algorithms used to pre-process the Landsat data. While the Virginia regression was not the result that we were looking for, it does offer much insight into the differences between different plant coverage types. The Idaho coverage is mostly bushes and similar herbaceous plants, which contrast sharply with the denser closed canopy forest of Virginia. It also provides evidence for a route forward by collecting additional physical fuel moisture samples in forested areas. I want to give a special thank you to Dr. Harding and Dr. Black for their guidance on this project. Thank you all for tuning into my presentation.